Hey guys, are we live? I think we are. I'm just trying to sort out the camera, as you do, because it's not particularly secure currently. I might have to talk a bit loud, and it's upside down. That's annoying. This is flipped. Yeah, that is annoying actually. How do I don't know if I can. I might have to have you guys the other way up. If I just sort this out. Roll down. That's not good. Actually, I'll take you guys off first. Actually, just switch sides. Yeah. Probably be best. I am in a smaller space than I was last time. So, and it's still upside down. We can't set up the right way. That's really annoying. Because no matter what way I put it, it's going to be upside down. That's annoying. Really annoying. And the only way I can have it. How does that work? Oh, yeah, because it's flipped. That's weird. That's really weird. Thing is, if I have... Oh, actually, what I could do is just turn this whole thing around so that you can see me from a right way up perspective. There we go. I'm going to have to move some stuff. Just hang on a minute. I'm just going to prop you guys up a bit. Yeah, sorry. It's been a while since I streamed. So there is going to be some stuff I'm not entirely prepared for. I have got some securing sort of like straps. The thing there. And I've got all my notes as well. And also, yeah, so you may have seen in the description, I have mentioned that anyone who wants to suggest anything for me to like put in this, obviously you can, because it's kind of like an audience suggestion bit. Where would I put the straps though? That's the problem. Tell you what, let's not use the straps. I'm not going to use the straps yet. So if I move this, I'm just going to move you guys backwards. Sorry, there's a bit of background noise because my family doesn't know how to be quiet. Imagine that's the case with most families, to be honest. And if we just move you guys down a bit. Oh, that was dramatic. What about if we lift you up a bit? No, that would be bad. Keeps falling. The problem is I have to do this on a laptop because, well, an iPad really, because you have to have over 1,000 subs to be able to stream mobile, which I think is ridiculous. And a lot of people probably agree with me. But I think that's a good enough setup. And then if I just need to move you guys from side to side, I can just move. Well, moving this way is actually my left because the thing that mirrors it, and it's really weird. So the writing will be backwards. I don't know why it does this. Really weird, yeah. But so this can't come in here. Go away. So this way is left for me, and this way is right. So yeah. So for example, this writing here, this says the Obsidian Hotel from like the Umbrella Academy, but obviously it's backwards. So any writing that's on here, I'll just read out, and you can sort of like tell what it says. I will actually do a quick overview of what we've got so far, and I'll move you guys across so you can see as well. I've got like some notebooks here and some notepads just for everything that needs to be added as well. So that should be all good. Let's chuck them actually on this bit here. And this isn't an actual tripod either because, well, this won't fit on a tripod because it's a laptop. Can't see me, can you? You can see my hands. That's all right then. Yeah. Right. We'll put notebooks there. Actually, that's got my yearly stuff in it. This is the one you haven't seen yet. Never mind all this gibberish here. You can't read this either because it's backwards unless you, I guess, take a screenshot now and flip the image. And that's basically what's going to come up and the stuff that you guys want to say. If you're watching this as it's recorded, I will go back and watch this stream. And anything that anyone has said while this thing is recorded, because I know you can type in chat, I will go ahead and add, obviously off camera, or I'll make a short about it. Oh, one thing I did forget, I'm just going to upload a couple of TikToks and stuff to let people know I'm live, just for anyone else that wants to come over. So, we'll put one to YouTube. Guys, just want to let you know I am currently live. Got the live things set up. Got stream and everything going. Finishing off 2022 recap to Sketchbot. So join me over here. Guys, just want to let you know I am currently live. To come join me if you want to. Now I'm just going to do Instagram and TikTok as well. Yeah. I haven't done photo of the day actually. Just going to do that as well. Actually, I could do this as the photo of the day. Or actually, I could do a reel as well. So guys, I am currently live. Yeah, you can see the setup here. I guess this could be like video of the day. Apparently reels get more views than actual photos for some reason. Don't know why that is. But yeah, you can come join me live. I'm on YouTube live on the channel, not on Twitch, because Twitch doesn't record the sound in real life for some reason. So yeah, come join over here. You can actually suggest things this time for me to add too. So yeah. So guys, I'm currently live.
They would just get picked up and then why not take them out and leave them separate? No! And you're not.
That's Instagram done, and now I'm just going to go and do TikTok as well. Look at this picture. Awesome. There's some more like Huluva stuff there. Huluva, Honeycast, Has Been Hotel. It's quite fun. Do watch it. I can't wait for the actual series to come out. It'll be very, very good, hopefully. You guys can't see my phone, can you? Yeah, that's all good then. Yeah, that's all good. Let's go head over to my stuff. Okay. Come off that. And head on to TikTok. On TikTok now. I also obviously let me know if you can't hear me too well, and I will try to adjust volume or just speak louder. It's the wrong one, because that's how one has 7 and this one has 20. Yeah. Also, if you haven't seen part 1 and part 2, which is where I did all of this, you're better off going and watching those now. They are videos and not live streams because, well, they just are. Yeah, you can go ahead and watch them just to catch up with everything we've done so far. But I am going to do a quick overview of everything after I've done this. Hey, so I'm currently live on YouTube, and come join me over here. Also, I'm taking suggestions for the 2022 recaps drawing. You can pitch in any of your ideas. I will add them to the drawing, and then we're going to do the colouring probably like Tuesday. Hey, so I'm currently live on YouTube. Come join me over here. Also, I'm taking suggestions for the 2022 recaps drawing. You can pitch in any of your ideas. Yeah, so the colouring bit, I'm thinking maybe possibly Tuesday or Monday, I'm not sure. It might come in 2 bits though, and I might be in a different location. Just gonna sort this out and add some like stickers. Phone is wet from like dampness. Go. And then I need a YouTube one as well. YouTube. Yeah, that one looks good. I just added some like stickers to my TikTok just to make it more appealing to people. And then I'm going to post that. So hopefully we do get a couple more people to join. Obviously, I won't be hosting like 20k people. Yeah, we're not that far in yet. But I do hope to grow quite a lot in this coming year because, well, summer and holidays and after exams and stuff, I've got basically a big break before uni next year. But I've also got to actually get into like uni and offers and stuff. And I think offers come round about May the 18th. So yeah, everything's going pretty well so far. And I did actually get a not an offer, but like a email back from one of the unis I want to go to. Not going to say where because reasons. But it was a course for illustration, and they've asked me to send my portfolio in, and I'm currently making it now. And I'm going to include some of the stuff I do on here as well. I will include this, definitely. This is like a big piece that I want to add. And I'll add like snippets from the videos. Because what you must do is sort of like build a narrative of everything you've done. And what I'll do is sort of the first little bit, second little bit, and then go on and on and on until you get to the colouring, which will be done by then. Because I'm going to do it on the last day of January. Because 2022 was last year, and I feel like extending it into February would be a bit too far. So yeah, I don't know how far I'm going to be able to go today, just because I have got work tomorrow. So we'll see. That's my phone. You can see my phone. That's not great. Right, I'm actually going to open up YouTube Studio on my phone just so I can manage the stream while it's going on. Actually, I'll head over to YouTube now. I should be able to watch it from my phone while it's happening. Yeah, there we go. Right, so you might get some playback in a minute, but I'm just going to turn the volume up. Deja vu. Yeah, that's not a great sound, which is why I'm going to have the volume all the way down so we don't get playback. Because what playback does is it plays through the phone. No, it plays through the laptop, iPad device I'm filming on, and then that comes through the phone through the speaker, and then goes back to the laptop and then to the phone, and it's like an endless loop. But because I did physics, vaguely remember how it happens, but something to do with sound waves and where they like sort of like mash together, it makes them really, really high pitched, and it just gets this screechy state, and then a point where you can't hear it, but you can still hear part of the screech because it's infinitely looping, and it is very annoying. So yeah, we're gonna have that all the way down. And actually also I've made a mini sign for the door, like a custom do not disturb sign. Really am making this seem longer than it needs to be. And also, speaking of customizing, I have this old art project I never got to use. It's sort of like a half human, half animal face. You can't really see it. It's made out of mod rock, and it's on a bit of a stand. And what I was thinking I might be able to do if I never get around to using it in my 8 level art is, I'm actually able to take it in on Tuesday. What I might do is put a layer of primer on it, and then because I've got my pens, or if I get some Posca pens by then, which are like the pens that everybody's using right now, you can use them on wood, metal, other materials that I know of but can't think brain right now. And then just like draw over it, what do you call design? Maybe it's like a bit of pop art, I guess. Or actually, if it's in a specific month, that could be my free art bits, and that could adhere to the monthly theme. So next up, we've got Futurism February. This is Giant January, and then I think it's Monster March, or no, it's something else, isn't it? It's, I can't remember what March was. I've actually got it here. Let me just check. What was March? March was... Where is it? That's on my daily drawings. That's Stream Journal. March was monochrome, so black and white, essentially. But I did explain this when I made the announcement video. With the themes that I've given myself, I want to explore all aspects and all corners of them. So Futurism February, because obviously actually Valentine's Day is in that. It doesn't have to be, I don't know how to explain this, but I could do like horror futurism. So I can add like sub themes into it and have it be like still attached to that bit. But the reason they're so vague is because I want to explore them in as many ways as I can. Anyway, back to this. Getting a bit off track. Well, quite a lot off track. Yeah, so the overview of everything we've done so far. So actually, let's start off over this side, which is left for me, but also right for you guys. Some of the bits you might not be able to see. So up the top here. Actually, tell you what, I'm going to take you guys off the stand so that you guys can see a bit better. So over here, we've got... Tilting this can be so weird. We got the Death Star carving the 45th anniversary of Star Wars into the moon. We've got the back signal. We've got the Jeddah Tower. There's the tower from Kenobi, which is like the base. We've got the Oscars over here. We've got Tiger for like New Year. Well, last year was Chinese Year of the Tiger. We've got what will be the Ukraine flag. We've got the Beijing Winter Olympics Stadium. This is pretty weird to move because it's opposite. We got the Super Bowl from America, another stadium for like FIFA World Cup. This is the museum in Egypt that's currently being built. We've got so it's this way to... No, it's this way. Yeah. Got mini racing car there for like the Grand Prix. We've got some more like futuristic buildings over here for a game called Stray. The Sandcrawler there, again, Star Wars is quite a big thing. It's a big thing for me as well. I do love Star Wars. Got the Stranger Thing Vecna's house. We've got Choo Choo Charles Kenobi down the bottom here. We've got it's really weird looking with my finger. There we've got Batman's car. And then we've got the sort of boat thing from the new Black Panther and another Star Wars ship. Come over this side, bunch more Star Wars things. This Lego Anniversary, bit from Elden Ring, the Millennium Falcon, obviously Wordle, everybody's new favorite game. Again, it's backwards, so any of the words that are there I will read. We've got the Bullet Train actually underneath that. Great movie. I did actually watch it for the first time yesterday. It is really, really good. I would suggest watching it. I think it's on Prime. We've got a vehicle from the new Avatar. I'm going to do some actual avatars as well. I don't know if you see because it's quite light, but there's actually the Grammys over here. There's some more Star Wars ships. Got the X-Wing. We've got a AT-2T, I think. There's a Y-Wing. There is a B-Wing. There's an A-Wing. There's a Land Speeder. There's an AT-AT or an AT-AT, everybody's favourite Star Wars thing. There's a Slave 1, which is Boba Fett's ship. We've got a pod racer. Got the bad guys there. Car there, as you can see, money's flying out. Like in the introduction of the movie, we've got the Wednesday school just behind the Elden Ring castle. And then we've got Zinthraya from The Witcher Blood Origins, which becomes Cintria in The Witcher, because it's invaded by humans. We've got Peach's Castle over at the back here with London Fashion Week engraved into the mountain from the new Mario movie. And Mario is actually down the bottom here, but you can't really see him too well because the page is slightly folded. And then we've got some sort of like mushroom things going around. I will add some little mushroom people. We have the big robot from Sonic, Top Gun jet. We've got up at the top here, very small, the Uncharted helicopter carrying the boats. We've got the Inquisitor ship from Kenobi. We've got that thing, V-Wing. We've got a Super Star Destroyer. Black Adam up the top, which I'm actually going to redraw because I want him to be fighting someone. Notably, another God of Thunder from a specific not movie. Oh yeah, we've got the Queen's 70th anniversary, but also sort of tying in with her death because, yeah, that happened. And then coming over here, we got sort of like Pride Month parade. I do need to add some colour to that. And then I've got like a couple flags dotted around here and there. I'm going to do them as different Pride flags. And then, yeah, we've got Wednesday Addams and like the Hyde or Tyler up the top. Don't know if you missed it or not, but Kratos is actually there. I might want to add Atreus or Loki, as he's known. And I've sort of just added random sort of buildings here. And there is a very specific style that wants colours in. And it looks really cool in retrospect, but I don't know how it's going to turn out on here. And it involves watercolour. Anyway, back to the actual arty side of things. I've got a bunch of extras that I want to add. And as I've said before, you guys can pitch in as well because you are allowed to give me suggestions on what you want to see. I've actually got my pencils with me. They are here. There we go. Pencils are there. To actually use technical timers. Now I'm going to try and get every single bit of these in. And I have got my phone with me also just to look at some pictures. I think we'll start off with all the bigger stuff first. So yeah, so maybe like planets and things, because I have got some planets here. And I can add some extra planets in the background. Yeah, that'll be all right. And then, we're saying, yeah, that's going to be a hard one to do actually. Oh no, because I could add it there. Oh yeah, I can have it running through the whole thing. That would be really cool. Probably do it at the end. That's going to be quite fun as well because it is quite big. Yeah, so you probably did have time when I was like explaining all the other stuff and doing all my TikToks and things that you could have screenshotted and actually flipped the image of this, and you probably know what's coming up. So I actually no. Tell you what, I would do all of the smaller things first, because then we can put all the big things in the background. It'd be a lot easier. So we're actually going to start, and actually I'll cross off things as I do them, and my pencil snaps. Doesn't matter. That's a 2B. Where is my 3H? I think that's it there. That's an H. This is a 4H. 4H is fine. Oh yeah, so the higher the number on H's is the lighter or the less dense graphite, but the higher number on the B's is the more dense or darker graphite, essentially. And then HB is somewhere in the middle. And then if it's just B or just H, it's kind of like 0, so it's kind of like neutral, but slightly darker and slightly lighter than HB. And HB is what people use like when writing pencils. That's about that. So actually, I've done Ukraine already, and I don't really want to add army stuff because I feel that might be controversial. That, yeah, I said I was going to do it at the end. So actually, no, we'll start with the smallest thing first, which in retrospect would be doing dotty things afterwards. That's kind of, yeah, okay. So I'm going to random pick one with my eyes closed. That's one. Okay, let's do that then. So mini mushroom peeps. Yeah, little mushroom people that sort of sit here and there. What I'm going to do is actually just draw the mushrooms first. And they're going to be dotted here and there. Do want one big lad over here. Look. So it's kind of like that. And then he's got a big mushroom on his head. So it goes around the back a bit as well. And they're a little bit fat too. They just have pants, and then circles, just like that. Smiles, and then done. So I guess that's little mushroom people done. There we go. Little mushroom people for the mushroom mountain. And actually, I was going to do some pride flags built into the mountains as well. Quite cool. So that's mini mushroom peeps done. Okay, next one I'm choosing with my eyes closed is actually, I do this on the front here, is... Okay, that's an interesting one. Okay, yes, definitely. That will be a very interesting one, but also a very fun one to do. So this is what I mentioned about Black Adam and wanting to... And this is why I hate the fact that YouTube says you have to film on your laptop and not on your mobile device, because things like that happen, and it's super duper annoying, because sometimes it will smash. Fucking odds. I have to be so careful, like incredibly, because any time like this knocks at all, this falls over. So sorry if it gets knocked a couple of times. This page is now bent as well, which I'm not very happy about. There we go, that's all right. I'm going to sort this out. Actually, just find an image that I can use. Ooh, someone said hi. Hi, Blizzard. Welcome, Blizzard. Hi. Hi, Blizzard. Hi. Hi. Hi, Blizzard. Hi. How are you, Blizzard? Thanks for joining the stream. Hope you're enjoying. Yeah, I'm gonna jump over and onto Safari and just grab some images. Actually, where can I add that? That's a hard one. I could do, because I've got space there. Okay, that helps a bit. Okay, yeah, I understand. Right. So I've got my base picture in my hand, and all I really need to do now is sort of just sketch him in. He's quite big as well. Like compared to a lot of other peeps, he's very, very big. Essentially, all we're going to do is just freehand this. Sort of, that comes down. And this comes down as well. This is his hair, by the way. So then that comes. Yeah, so he's going to be sort of like ominously sitting behind Black Adam. And the thing is, with hair, in certain circumstances, it looks slightly different. I am just going to do that for now, because I'm terrible at drawing faces. I'm going to do his beard. And that's going to come up into a moustache, which is going to open for a mouthpiece there. And then this is going to come literally down into his beard. A bit there. And that's going to come down again and a bit more. And that's going to come into sort of like these tassel things that sit at the bottom here. And that's going to sit in another tassel there. That beard is then actually going to come back into this hair over here. And then we've got some armor that sort of sits around like here-ish. And it's like a thing that's all there. Kind of see where this is going. Actually, can you actually see? You can't see where I'm drawing, can you? If I just move. Oh, no. Right, now you can see where I'm drawing. So over here I've got sort of this going on. You couldn't see it before. I guess that's quite annoying. Right, so bring that sort of down into here. And then the beard again sort of just comes down into these sort of like tassel things, just like that. And then we have actually quite hard to do this. It's got his little things there. that goes underneath his tassel beard things. And then that should be about fine. So bring his eyebrows in there. His nose sort of like sits on top of his beard. And that is indeed Thor from God of War. So he kind of sits there, and then we're going to have his arm sort of coming out down here, because he's sort of like further off in the distance, sort of like watching Black Adam. What we're actually going to have is that be there, and then his arm goes behind here, so I don't have to draw a hand, because again, hands are hard to draw. So he'll sort of be sitting there, and then his other shoulder comes out about here, and that sort of like furry, fuzzy stuff builds back into a thing, and then his body comes down to here. And actually, in like Norse mythology, he is described as big. And I think what the game decided to do is, because MCU has this big sort of like muscular Thor character, but I think for God of War, what they wanted to do is, because big can mean large as well instead of muscular, and I think what the creators of God of War wanted to do was sort of play into that theme as well a bit more. So they wanted them a bit more large and bulky rather than sort of like muscular, because I think it adds to like the mood of the character as well, which is quite cool. Yeah, it's looking all right. And then he has his belt, which sort of comes round, and that sort of like straps there. And then obviously has his hammer, which sits Thor's notorious godly hammer that he's very well known for. And he actually has some tats as well. Tats, not the other word. Tats, as in tattoos. He has sort of these Norse tattoos that sit on his side here, and Baldur has these as well, and they sort of glow when he uses his powers or his godly abilities. And I think they sort of glow when Thor activates his hammer. So this sort of like comes, and then there's a bit there, like that, and then you have a bit that comes down like this, sort of like the front of his belt, I guess, and then there's another little bit that sort of pokes out the front here, and then that's the other side of that. So that's all good, and his finger is actually just about there. And his hammer, funnily enough, if I bring that down and then back in, it does actually sit right about there. His hammer sits here-ish, and his hammer is again going to be sort of cut off by Synthrea, but only because, well, yeah, he's further back, so it would make sense for this to happen. That sort of goes up, and then we have sort of like a thing that goes in. There's like a gemstone there, and then this comes out and down one more time and in a bit. There we go, and then we can add some lightningus sort of like abilities and stuff to this thing here. And I could actually add some like lightning bits here as well. speaking of lightning, I do actually want to do the frozen lightning bolt that is in God of War. So Kratos has this thing called the Leviathan Axe, and it was made to combat Thor's hammer, which is called Mjolnir, which was created by the same people, the rest of the dwarves. I think there's two famous ones. There's the Sons of Ildri, and there's two others. Can't remember the names. Ivaldri, sorry, Sons of Ivaldri. And actually, we're just going to do his legs as well, because he doesn't have any legs currently. So they sort of come. Just got another bit there, and you've got this bit. His legs sort of just like come out. There. There we go. You can actually add a bit of a shadow on his tummy. Yeah, there we go. So that's Thor done. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, that's all right. He's kind of sunny in the background, kind of angry at Black Adam that, well, he's there, imposing that he's God, essentially. And oh yeah, the frozen lightning bolt. So I think we'll chuck that in. Where's a good space for that? Because it needs to go right the way up the page. So I could actually have it sat here. If I do some sort of like, that's a crater bit. Sort of Mario style, I guess. And then we're going to have the lightning bolt that sort of just comes up. And from the sky. And that sort of just like curves and spikes down into the earth here. And then when I color that, obviously it will be glowing slightly more. It will actually add a bit more of a crater bit over the back here. Yeah, like that. Okay, so that seems all good. So we can cross that off. What's next? Random choose again. Okay, that's slightly more annoying. Because I've got to find space, because these are characters. So I think what I might do is chuck them. Actually, there's one specific character I want to do. Midnight. We're going to do the Midnight Suns from the new Marvel game. That came out in 2022. It's like Demon Hulk. Search. Can I need like a full body image? There we go, that's better. So where should we put him? I'm thinking maybe he could be fighting Kratos, because Kratos is technically immortal, and so is the Hulk. So hopefully you can see. Down, yeah, you can see that. Okay, so we're going to be putting him about here. So if I maybe use this image instead, I can chuck Mr. Hulk. And obviously he's actually bigger than Kratos. Do his muscle there, and then we'll actually have that muscle come out his leg and sort of sit there. And actually gets a lot bigger when he gets taken over by Lilith as well, which is the main sort of villain in Midnight Suns. Sorry if you haven't played the game yet, but that is a bit of a spoiler. I haven't played it, but I know because I've read the it's based off Marvel Comics. I've read the Marvel Comics about it, so. This is his leg, by the way. That sort of drops into there. And then we got this loincloth. I learned what that was the other day. They're called loincloths. That's what warriors wore and sometimes still wear. Cover up area. Yeah, so that other leg then comes out the back here. Sort of curves down and then off camera. And then the front just comes up to the knee joint, which is there. And then that actually comes up a bit more because you've got this plate on top. And then that just joins up to the loincloth here. So the whole sort of like sitting. I'm actually going to give him talons because I can't see his feet, but I imagine that he would have talons because he's sort of like demon form, I guess. And then this goes into his torso, which kind of sits like that. And then you have this other bit which comes sort of out the back his leg, actually. It sort of comes there. And then his arm is at perspective, so that comes out. About there. Stops, and then you have this other bit which comes here. And then his hand starts about here-ish. And then, yeah, that other finger just sort of comes around. And they will sit there. On his hand, and then all the fingers obviously go back into the middle. I've actually done this kind of awkwardly because that sits there and then another plate on top. And that also joins back up into his torso. There-ish. That's about right. Looks a bit messy, but it will get better, I promise. And there's sort of like a shoulder pad that sits there. Goes into his arm and actually into his chest a bit as well. It's another one of those like demonic sort of plates. And you have obviously the actual chest, which is here. And I'm not very good at growing muscles, so I'm going to try my best to do this right. And then that actually comes out a bit. I've done that all right. He's got his bits there, and then you've got the six-pack, obviously, which comes out. And then the loincloth comes there. You've got the plate, which actually sits on top of here a bit higher. And then you've got some lines that sort of define his legs and everything. Got another plate there and another plate here. There is another plate that sits just above this pec. So That goes down, up, and over, and sort of sits there. And then his arm obviously comes out the bottom here. And the Hulk is just like overly muscular. It's ridiculous. And you've got like that bit there, and then you've got a hand actually ready to punch just here. And that sort of is like sat almost here-ish. And then you've got the actual rest of the hand. So he's got like these pads on the front of his hand that will like help him punch. And they are sort of like plates again. And then over on underneath here, we've got plates as well. And then where these plates join, they actually sort of have tattoos that sits on top of his chest. And you have a neck. Obviously, the neck muscles sort of like sit. And then you've got some more padding about there-ish. Because his head sits here. And actually his jaw goes up, and then his ears are actually pointed because, again, Lilith has taken him. Goes out and in slightly, and then up to his horns, which we'll do in a minute. His eyebrows sort of like curl inwards like this, so they're quite like muscular eyes. And his actual eyes are about there. And his sort of like snarling. I can't really do the face too well, but I will try my best when I colour it. The horns come out to about there. And then he's sort of got like fire sort of sitting on top of his head, which is quite cool in my opinion. So that is Hulk from Midnight Suns. So we've done that inclusion. So we can cross that one off. And also that one actually as well. Where is it? Midnight Suns, Midnight Suns. There we go. Let's actually do that one next. Quite an easy one. Where should we put him? Where should we put him? I would think, because about the signal's there. So I'm guessing the Batman, Rob Pattinson's Batman should be maybe sat on the top of this tower, or maybe just down here. Can you guys see that? Can you see? I have to stand up to check because I don't know if you guys can see. Yeah, you can see there. Just there, right? You can put Batman just there. And obviously he's quite tiny. So I'm going to try process that. Put a hat on. I'm actually do his cape much longer than it needs to be, just to emphasize sort of like who he is and stuff. And actually he might be holding a gun, one of those grapple guns, and that might be heading towards this building here. There might be like a ledge or something. Let's draw that quick. So we've got Batman just there. That's all good. The Batman, yeah. That is a hard one actually, because I don't know about because space and stuff. I will do America Chavez or Chavez, whatever her name is, from Doctor Strange over on because I need like a star opening up a portal. Essentially, that's what I'm going to do. I think I'll do that. And actually, also, there's a tower I want to do. So, what if I do the tower first? So, it was actually the Darkhold Fortress from Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, and it's where the Darkhold was originally made. So it's kind of like a square bastion with a broken circle atop it. And I think that could actually sit maybe, because I know it wasn't a great race of movies, so maybe we could sit it over on this side, because we are actually lacking some buildings here. So maybe if we did something like this, so we can have a mountain sort of coming up the side of this bit here, and then sort of just like coming up this side too, sort of like around the back of all this stuff, and I'll obviously make it look a bit better when it actually comes into play. And then we'd have a little rounding off top bit here, some more stones and rocks and things, a little rounding off top bit there, you could say, and then on top of there we'll have the Dark Gold Fortress, so another little bit sort of comes up here, 2 bits there, another bit there, and then this fortress sort of like goes upwards like this. And then it sort of splits into 2 bits at the front here. So you've got that bit and that bit, which sort of split. This side, I think, goes all the way up here. And it's a bit like a Star Wars Fortress. It starts to curve inwards. Well, not curve, but go inwards a bit. And I think that stays there. That goes like that. And this goes in like this. And then when they get to the top, there is a circle that sits on top of here, but it is partly destroyed. So that needs to be sort of like sat on there, destroyed, and then around the back, there's the other half of the circle. Sits there. That's actually full all the way through. So there's a little house bit that sort of sits here, I guess. And then that's sort of like Dark Gold Fortress, I guess. And then you've got like bits that sort of like sit here and there. And then actually there's a line that comes down this side and then a bit there. Yeah, that looks all good. And then what if I do sort of like projection here, and I'll do a star. I'm not very good at drawing stars, so don't judge me. But star sort of goes, no, I've already messed it up. Star sort of goes like that. That is actually not a bad star. Now I've just got to draw an outline for it. And then I add some like weird textures and stuff inside it when I go in and add watercolor and stuff. So that's where. Crack. Yeah, crack. Actually, I will do a Scarlet Witch as well. And obviously, I have these sort of like paint a red when I go ahead and yeah, okay, that's all right. Oops, Daisy. Ba, 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 bum, bum, ba. That's that done. Is it the Navi or the Nari? I can never remember with Avatar. I'll draw some blue people though. And they are actually slightly taller. If we do the Nari or Navi, what are they called? Maybe over on this little bit here. No, not there. Maybe we've got some space over here. If I just move you guys over this way, I've got some space here to draw some Navi or Nari. Yeah, it's Navi, but it's like a comma between the A and the V. A comma and apostrophe, sorry. Yeah, so they're very tall, very skinny. They've got tails and hair, and then they're blue and stripy and pointy ears. So what I could do is maybe actually, oh, I kind of screwed it up because all the good places are gone now. Actually, I could do it. Ooh, I was going to move you guys again. I'm going to do them down here. I don't know if you can see that too well. I'm going to try and do the Na'vi down here fighting the machine. Here. So, very, very tall blue person. Pointy ears. Long, luscious hair. Fighting this blue thing. With his guns. And their blue tails as well. There we go. Little Na'vi person. Yeah, that's done. Right. Actually, we can do Gore next. Big one. So Gore the God Butcher is the sort of bad guy in Thor: Love and Thunder. But I'm going to do the comic version because he's way more sinister looking, way more sinister. And actually, we'll do him over by what is presumably the moon, which is over here. And he sort of lives in a dimension called the Shadow Zone or something. So I could actually do. I know it's not on the moon, but I could actually do like a cloud opening to the Shadow Zone. So if I did something like this. And then just have like Gore sitting. This hood. These weird tentacle things. So there. have the All Black in one hand. And nothing in the other. And yes, the All Black is actually a symbiote. And it's a source that's the king of the symbiotes made. And Venom is actually a symbiote. But it's a sword that he made, and he is called Null. And I hope that he is in the MCU at some point, because it'd be super cool. I know that there was an overlap in Spider-Man No Way Home, because Venom ended up in the universe with sort of like where Tom Holland was, his Spider-Man, which was really cool. So and he left a bit of his Venom behind, actually. So I wonder if there might be a chance that we get to see Null at some point. So there's also I think there's like 5 other Venoms that are actually his children. One of them we've seen already is Carnage, but there's Scream, and then there's 4 other ones, and all of his children except Carnage can like form into one being. It's really cool. And then there's Anti-Venom, which is the prime directive of it is to destroy Venom. Yeah, so essentially a good guy, but also can be quite bad as well. Right, well, that's Gore done. Yeah. We're going to do some dinosaurs, actually. Jurassic World Dominion came out in 2022, and actually, because this is a museum, I guess we could do the dinosaurs over here. So we're going to do the main dinosaur in Jurassic World Dominion. What's the main dinosaur in that? T-Rex, okay. T-Rex rules over. Oh, actually, is it this thing? Main protagonist. Antagonist. There we go. Antagonist, not protagonist. Antagonist. Antagonist. Doing this without music is really hard as well. Oh, it's the Carnotaurus. No, Gigantosaurus. So yeah, I learned about this when I was quite young. The Gigantosaurus wasn't actually a real dinosaur. I think the name's been like misspelled or something, but it was meant to be like bigger than T-Rex. It's actually about 5 times smaller. I guess the one portrayed in Jurassic World Dominion is slightly larger. This looks quite a fun one to draw, actually, because it's kind of weird. I'm gonna go grab a drink or something, and I'll come back in a minute. I just need some food or something. I need fuel. Oh, thank you for the 2 likes, whoever's done that. Thank you very much. I'll be back in a sec.
Got a mini pancake. Quite nice. Right. Now that I have eaten, we jump straight back into this. Oh. I'm actually just going to do something quick before we start drawing again. Actually, tell you what, we'll do another 10 minutes, because then that makes it, that will make it, actually, how long have I been going for? 43. Hello, Callum. Thank you for joining, or have joined, because you're no longer. Oh, no, you are here, maybe. I'm not sure. Yeah. I was going to put, yeah, okay. Give me 1 second. No, thank you. Got some music on now. No, they are all. Why can't I get instrumental music? This is really annoying. Sorry if this is taking a while. Feeling good about this one. No more words. Should be fine. I think, yeah, it shouldn't be copyrighted, to be honest. I mean, it says non-copyrighted, so should be alright. My phone is running out. Yeah, so we're going to do the dinosaur from Jurassic World. Yeah, you can see that. That's fine. We're going to do the Gigantosaurus. So, tail. Whips round up to there. Top of the tail. Sits there. One of the legs comes down, out, back down, out again. It sort of sits there. One toe and another toe. We'll sort of go into that bit. Those legs are weird, man. Goes up into there. There we go. That goes there, and then you sort of like build it up. That goes into like a plate. Comes down, goes back up into a couple plates. Up, and then down, and then into here, and then mouth. Probably done this bigger than I should have. It's a bit misproportionate. Just a bit, you know. Not loads or anything, just a bit misproportionate.
Meet Charlie. She loves dogs.
Guilty.
She powers her pup empire with Shopify.
The sales won't stop.
With Charlie's techniques sorted, she can focus on turning her home business into a global operation. Yes, boy. Join Shopify, the commerce platform powering millions of businesses worldwide. This is possibility, powered by Shopify. Sign up for a free trial at shopify.co.uk/red. Go to shopify.co.uk/red to start selling online today.
Okay, not to scale, so
Take the
just
guilt
don't
out of your
judge.
listening pleasures by indulging in what you love with Premium. Download and listen to ad-free music wherever your day takes you. So it's even easier to tune in to what you really want to hear.
This has gone horribly. It looks more like Shin Godzilla's first stage of evolution. It's really bad. Oh god. Oh, actually, that's a good one. Let's do the bad guys. I think the bad guys would be like sneaking over this way, maybe. So if we grab the camera. Actually, I think the bad guys will be sort of like looking out over this whole thing a bit like Mario is. Can you see that? Yeah, you can. Okay. So when the bad guys with their sort of like backs this way and looking off towards everything. One thing I will definitely add in these 20 minutes, this 10 minutes actually, next 10 minutes, is something really, really big. Actually, no, two things I definitely do want to add. It will look really, really cool. And then maybe some like dotty sort of bits like we did with the people, mushroom people. Anything else? Actually, there's a building here that I can do as well. And then some of the other stuff I can do maybe just off camera, add little bits, because I've got a bit of time between now and, well, Tuesday or Monday. Yeah, so we'll do the Bad Guys crew, and then we're going to do the obelisks from the Witcher Blood Origins, just because I need to get them in there. Then we're going to do the lunar eclipse, and the solar eclipse, and all of the eclipses. Then the giant crack from Stranger Things, and then probably also Mr. Crystal's Tower from Sing. So yeah, let's do the Bad Guys first. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Just okay, so we got a good picture. We'll do shark first. The shark kind of is sitting here, I guess. Shark sits there. Its collar there. There we go. And then, yeah, his sort of comes down. Jacket ends sort of about there. This goes into shorts, sort of like trouser things. So the shark is there. Tarantula is going to be a bit smaller. Tarantula. Then we got the snake. The snake, and then we've got the piranha as well. Again, we'll need a fin. And then we'll need the wolf. Actually, I guess these guys can be standing on a building, overlooking everything. Don't see why not. He's grappling gun with him. There we go, that's the bad guys. Right, last couple minutes, we're going to do some Witcher obelisks. Now we're going to sort of dot these around in random places. I'm going to have one over here. Slightly shorter one. Put some dents in it.
When it comes to how you listen to music, there's There's no wrong answer with Spotify
Maybe
Premium.
we'll do one
Download
over
and
here
take
as
what
well.
you love to hear offline to stay true to you. From your couch to dancing in the streets with reckless abandon. We won't judge. Get 1 month of Spotify Premium free. Tap the banner to learn more.
We can have one maybe here, next to Zintrail. And I know there's one in the courtyard as well, so we'll do that one probably too. We've got about 3 obelisks in. Now we're going to do the massive crack. So what I'm actually going to do is have it running from this side all the way across to the other side. And then have like stringy bits. And then obviously paint it red. So what I'm going to do is start a crack over here. And it's going to expand all the way across the whole drawing. We're going to see it here and there. It's literally going to come all the way across. Then we're going to draw this going in. Showing that it does actually go down. Into the ground. Just like that, all the way across. There we go. All the way across, just so you get a sense of how deep it is, and that goes all the way across the whole thing. What are we at now? Actually, how long have we been going for? Because I think we might just cut this down to an hour instead. Check. Why can't I see? Why won't you show me the time? And now I'm getting playback. Great. Why can't I see the time of why it's not? Why is it not? It won't show me the time. Oh wait. For some reason. Actually, maybe if I turn this sideways. I mean, why? I don't understand why it's not letting me. Did it stop recording? Oh, for God's sake, close. Touchscreen doesn't work. Right, I'm going to end it here because my laptop is about to run out. That's probably why it's stopped working a bit. So thanks for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. I will be coming back for colouring over tomorrow, Monday. I will be doing like a little shorts and snippets. I'll make a TikTok video and then edit that and put it across everything. including YouTube, and yeah, streams for some reason just don't mix well with me on this channel. I mean, other streams coming up will be a lot better, obviously, because I'll have other stuff to do. And my laptop really is about to run out.